All right, let's talk about learning a new language. If you've ever felt completely stuck, like you're hitting a brick wall with the traditional methods, then this is for you. Today, we're going to tear up that old rulebook and look at something a little different, maybe even a little crazy, the Fluent Lunatic's language blueprint.
Okay, so first things first, let's get right into a problem that I know so many of you have faced. It's that huge, frustrating gap between the language you know in your head and what actually comes out of your mouth.
I mean, really think about it. You've put in the hours, right? Maybe even years. You've memorized all the flashcards. You've studied the grammar. You can probably ace a written test. But then, when it's time to have a real conversation, you just freeze. And what comes out sounds clunky, formal, just unnatural. You sound like a stiff robot. So what is going on?
Take a look at this sentence. I am going to the library on Tuesday. Now, is that grammatically perfect? Absolutely. But would a native speaker ever really say it like that in a normal, everyday chat? Almost never. See, this is textbook language. It's not how people actually talk. It has zero natural flow, zero rhythm.
So what's the real issue here? Where does this all go wrong? Well, the answer is actually pretty simple. The way most of us were taught to learn a language is, frankly, broken. The whole problem boils down to this: an obsession with rules instead of reality. Think about it. Traditional methods teach you to treat a language like it's a math equation. You memorize these abstract rules, these long lists of vocabulary, and what that does is it trains your brain to translate everything in your head first, not to actually think in the new language. And you can really see the two paths here. On one side, you have that old stiff robot method. You know, obsessing over every little grammar rule, memorizing vocab lists you'll never use, and trying so hard to be perfect that you're too scared to even speak. But on the other side, you've got the Fluent Lunatic method. And what's that about? Listening and imitating, narrating your own life, and just embracing repetition, mistakes, and all. So, okay, if we're just going to throw out that old, broken system, what are we going to replace it with? Well, it turns out there's kind of a cheat code, and the best part is, it's something you already know how to do.
And here it is, this is the big idea. The cheat code is to learn like a child. I mean, you didn't learn your first language by reading a grammar book, right? Of course not. You learned by listening to people, copying the sounds they made, and just, well, making a mess of it until it started to sound right. You've already done this once.
Now let's be super clear. When we say learn like a child, it's not about being childish. It's about tapping into that incredibly powerful natural learning machine that we all have. It means you prioritize listening way more than reading. You focus on imitation, not analysis. And you repeat things over and over without that constant fear of being wrong. You just soak up the sounds, the rhythm, the music of the language first. The rules, they'll come later, much more naturally. Okay, so that all sounds pretty good, right? But how do you actually do it? Let's get down to the single most powerful, most effective technique you can start using, like today. This is it. This is the whole game. Forget all the complicated apps and flashcard systems for just a minute. The number one thing you can do is just talk to yourself. All the time. Narrate everything you're doing from moment to moment out loud in the language you're trying to learn. And it is so easy to get started. Just pick any simple, boring activity, making coffee, going for a walk, whatever, and just start talking. I am walking to the kitchen. Now I am opening the cupboard. Is it going to be perfect? No way. But that's not the point. The point is to connect the words directly to real-world actions. You're building that bridge in your brain. And the key, of course, is you have to do it every single day.
And look, this is the exact mindset you have to have. Are you going to feel a little bit crazy talking to yourself while you're doing the dishes? Yeah, probably. Your family, your roommates, they might give you a funny look. But who cares? This is how you do it. This is how you build those pathways in your brain to stop translating and start actually thinking in the language.
All right, let's pull all of this together. Let's put this into a simple, clear blueprint that you can actually use to guide you on this journey. So here it is, plain and simple. First, you have to stop obsessing over grammar. Just let it go for now. Instead, listen to how native speakers really talk and just imitate them. Make narrating your life a daily habit. And you've got to embrace the awkwardness. You have to be okay with sounding like a lunatic because that's part of the process. And always remember, the goal here is communication, not perfection.
You see, this isn't just a collection of random tips. This is a complete shift in how you approach learning. It's the real path from sounding like a robot to speaking with a natural, confident flow. This is your blueprint for fluency in 2026.
And really, it all comes down to this one question. Are you willing to let go of those old methods that just haven't been working for you? Are you brave enough to feel a little foolish right now in order to get those huge results later on? The path to fluency is right there. The only question is, are you brave enough to walk it?